Hello there, dear friends, and welcome to the Relaxed Fantasy Review Behind the Scenes. I got a request in one of my comments recently to, instead of reviewing characters or subclasses or something like that, to give you guys a little bit of a tour of the bookshelf. So, special treat by request, I'm going to show you my little collection and how I make these episodes in a quick sort of way. So, let's have a look, shall we? Down here, this is the chair I do my filming in, very classic style. And then up here, we have the D&D books. I don't do a whole lot of investing in D&D Beyond. I just kind of go for the hard copies. Up here, we have all the essentials. Player's Handbook, of course, the most important one of them all. Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Monsters of the Multiverse, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, the Monster Manual, the Dungeon Master's Guide. I also like to keep Mordekainen's Tome of Foes and Volo's Guide to Monsters up here. These are my core 8. And genuinely, I keep them in roughly this order. Player's Handbook is first, then Tasha's, Xanathar's, and Multiverse come after that, Monster Manual, and so on. But those are just the core books. Down here, we have all the other expansions that I have collected up to this point. We have The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Out of the Abyss, The Curse of Strahd, The Mythic Odyssey of Theros, The Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, Strixhaven's Curriculum of Chaos, Acquisitions Incorporated, I'm going to be doing some reviews on that soon here, The Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, Eberron Rising from the Last War, Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, Princes of the Apocalypse, Tales from the Yawning Portal, Storm King's Thunder, Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, The Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and the newest Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. Now, some books are not here. I do not have the complete collection, but this is pretty much all of the source books that you can gather races, subclasses, and other things like that from. And I only review official Wizards of the Coast material on my channel, but I do have some third-party books down here. I am a huge fan of the Deck of Many's Humblewood campaign setting. It's perfect for beast races, and it's got a great story in it. This is Stibble's Codex of Companions, just a nice little pet book that you can add to your D&D games. This is Sly Flourish's Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master, because honestly, when I'm DMing, I like to have randomization tables. And then, my newest thing, from Kobold Press, The Tome of Heroes. This thing is hundreds of pages with, more subclasses than you can shake a stick at. And then, over here, that you've seen in the background of all my newest videos, the Dungeons of Drakkenheim book. This is from the Dungeon Dudes, and it's the whole box from their Kickstarter. Their Dungeons of Drakkenheim campaign was one of my favorites to watch. I actually prefer it over ones like Critical Role. It's one of the best, and if you haven't checked out the Dungeon Dudes for some reason, this is a good reason to do it. And then, over here, this is where the magic happens. This little folder with the scribbles on it. This is where I keep all the character sheets that I've done so far. So, try not to give you too much of a sneak peek of what's coming. Skip around the ones that I haven't filmed yet. But, right here, see this? From one of my recent episodes, this is Garnet's character sheet. Got her stats up here. I fill the whole thing in. This is a full character sheet that could be played by a character in Dungeons & Dragons. With the spells and everything. And this is my script. When I am filming my RFR videos, I am reading off of these character sheets. So, yeah. That is my setup. When I started Relaxed Fantasy Review, I was doing it just as a way to show other people that D&D doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be really, really hard to learn. Those books are intimidating to a lot of people. And I say, why make it intimidating? Let's cut out the fat. Let's make it applicable. I think Wizards of the Coast tried to do that with some of their earlier editions. They might even be trying to do it with their newest edition, 1D&D. I may be making future videos about that particular game here soon, but in the meantime, thank you very much for joining me on this. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more reviews from this little library of mine and the functions of my imagination, go ahead, like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more videos from me coming very soon. Have a good one, my friends.